Radio, Mason and Ireland is on for your Thursday afternoon.
Wembanyama.
Yeah.
Wembanyama.
Well, look at that. Johnny I is back in the saddle. John Ireland live from the Bay Area, back on the show after the NBA All-Star break. Although we heard a little bit of Johnny I join us yesterday during our record-setting, almost, Super Crosstalk. But maybe next week we'll try to set the record. Over an hour and 10 minutes. Meanwhile, we'll get you ready. Lakers are back on the court.
You know, respect. I have great respect for you. I just don't have time to text you back all the... Mama, am I right or am I right?
How hard is it to hit the thumbs up emoji?
Lakers-Warriors tonight. Coverage begins at 5:30 p.m. on 7:10 a.m. and on the all-new ESPN LA app. Plus, today was the Carmi Awards. You heard us talking about that from Craig Karmazin, the founder and CEO of Good Karma Brands. We've got details on what went down and a screenshot that Steve Mason doesn't want to get out. Maybe that's in the 2 o'clock hour because we got a combo play, Jack, which means Shit Out with Cappy coming up at 3 p.m. All of that and so much more. Fun, frivolity, and Johnny I back. Mason and Ireland celebrating their 20th year at ESPN Los Angeles, the biggest show on the radio. Your Thursday right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So there's a little ominous in the middle of that Chris Morales thing where he says there's a screenshot don't want to get out. Bergman, do you know what it is?
I do.
Or, yeah.
Greg, can I make a prediction?
Sure
I know
can.
nothing about this.
Okay.
I think Mason lost a Carmi Award and then got disgusted and somebody took a picture of it. Am I close?
I am going to not confirm nor deny.
Okay.
We will find out at the correct timing.
Right. I was nominated. Chris Morales won.
Chris Morales won.
He won
Congratulations, Chris.
He won the Carmi Award.
Did he win in the category under which you were nominated?
Yes, we were all in the same category. It was me, Cappy, and Morales from here were nominated for best. I think it was best teammate, right?
Well, it's a team. No, not best teammate. It was best teammate
best
that's
person.
not a part
best
of
human
GKB.
being. No,
you're
Morales wouldn't have won.
All I'm saying, Mace, when you see it,
oh God.
John will understand.
Well, no, Mace, I can imagine that. Losing to Morales must have been very painful.
It was painful. I did click out of the call at that point. It was nearly over, but I was like, okay, I've had enough Carmies.
And what did you say to me when we were prepping?
What did I say?
He said
effing Morales.
Yes, that's it.
Effing
That's exactly what it said.
Yeah.
He knew.
Yeah.
John knew right away.
Juan texted me. I texted him, Morales won. He's like, this thing is so rigged. I'm like, it's not rigged.
Well,
Craig is deciding who wins. It can't be rigged.
Let me tell you, I think this prepares you for the Mandy's because here's my prediction for what's going to happen at the Mandy's.
Okay.
Morales controls the Mandy's.
He does not control the voting.
So I think we should get Bit of the Year for your Chat GPT love letter to Lisa that I sent her and said it was from me.
Yes. I thought that was an unbelievable bit.
Me too.
Great.
We're going to lose to something that either Morales or Kaplan does. Guarantee it.
I actually think the slight favorite to win Bit of the Year is Momo's Nut Milk.
Yep.
Momo's Nut Milk led us to.
I don't even know what that is.
She came in here and she took almonds and she soaked them overnight and the nuts got very swollen. And then she put them in a blender and she blended the nuts. And ultimately, she poured us a glass of nut juice.
And you drank it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why did you say juice?
Thank you.
Why did you use juice as the thing that you're saying?
I don't know.
It's milk.
Milk. Poured us some milk.
Juice.
You weren't here for any of Momo's Nut Milk?
No, I didn't even. That's the first I've heard of it.
Oh, wow. Yeah. No, it was a big thing for a few days. So I think that's the slight favorite. Morales, by the way, not impressed with the Chat GPT love note to Lisa.
Well, because it's a threat to him, whatever's going to win.
Yeah, it's going to be like him and Cappy eating a hot dog.
You're grinding on something.
Grinding or dump trucking or
get
mounting.
Get your silver medal plaque ready because it's coming.
I think that the only one I really care about is Show of the Year. That's what I want, Show of the Year when we do this year. Well, it'd be nice to win Host of the Year, but I don't think I'm even – I think I'm bridesmaid there.
Yeah. I remember that a lot of this stuff is generated through social media.
Yes.
And that's not our strong suit. It kind of is the strong suit of Sedano and Cap.
But wait a minute. I am now on TikTok, Ireland.
I thought you said you would never go on TikTok because you didn't want the Chinese to have your info.
You guys convinced me they already have it all, so I said, oh, screw it. I'm going to go on TikTok. So I'm on TikTok now. You can follow me at Venice Mace, and I'm officially a TikToker. I'm TikToking stuff.
You are doing stuff. And also, sorry, John, but he's actually using CapCut, so you're actually creating videos.
Yes, correct.
That's not
Mace,
something I'm surprised
when the Chinese take all the money out of your bank accounts,
yes,
I will give you a loan.
I will blame you because you said they don't have anything.
I'm telling you. No, I said they have everything.
Right.
I said the opposite of that.
So they could take all the money out of your bank account,
but
even though you're not on TikTok because they already have all your information.
Maybe, but I'm not going to make it easier for them. It's just like, do you lock your doors at night? If you unlock your doors, it makes it easier for the guys to come in. You just unlocked your door.
John, it is all about brand. It is all about being.
It is all about the Chinese, as you're about to find out.
I think what Karmazin said today, what Craig said today was it's about being a multi-platform performer. So I'm trying to perform on multiple platforms, even though I can barely handle one.
Well, we're on YouTube too.
Yeah, we're on YouTube. Yeah, all that. So Ireland, what did you do with your break?
I didn't go anywhere. I was originally, Lisa and I were going to go to Park City, but I was already in Utah when the All-Star break started.
Okay.
And I decided I didn't want to get on any planes. So I hung out at home and played a lot of golf until it started raining.
Yeah, the rain sucks.
And then I got a lot done, and then I flew here.
Yeah. That sounds like a boring vacation.
No, it was good. I was happy. Yeah.
I guess you go everywhere all year long, so why not stay?
I mean, I spend like 100, 150 nights a year in hotels. Why do I want to add to that number?
Yeah. By the way, I mentioned when we ended up at our second resort after Murrieta Hot Springs, we went to two bunch. Spent way more on a hotel room than we have ever spent.
How much?
$800.
Oh, I've spent more than that.
But we're like we try to stay under 400 if we possibly can. It's really hard, but 800 was
I
a
openly
lot.
admit I'm a hotel snob.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to be in a good hotel or I'm out.
What's the most expensive hotel room you ever stayed in, Bergman?
Go ahead, Greg.
Probably. I mean, the one in Costa Rica was right around the highest. It was like $350.
Wow, that's unusual. Normally, Costa Rica, what they sell is affordability.
But how much?
It was like $350.
$350.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
That is affordable.
That isn't bad.
Yeah,
I don't spend money.
We're going back there this summer. We're going back to Rio Perdido in Costa Rica.
Woo, 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 woo.
Exactly. That's the zip line sound.
You spent $800 a night?
Yeah. It was only 2 nights.
That's not as bad as you think.
It feels bad. I guess I feel guilty about it. I'm like, wow, this is so much money to spend. And then, Juan's like, well, we deserve it. We deserve this thing. So, yeah, so we did it.
All right,
it was awesome.
This from Radio Michael fan. Bit of the year. Number 1, Valentine's Chat GPT love letter.
Thank you.
Number 2, 22-inch glizzy.
Yeah, that's where Morales and Cappy did the big hot dog with the Lady and the Tramp act.
Okay, number 3, Nut Milk production.
Nut Milk was great.
Number 4, Cappy's catfish friend. What's that about?
I don't know that one. What is that one?
He's actually here. I wonder if
he
I
got
can get him.
catfish?
Yeah, he got catfish. Someone was sending him pictures that were, of the fun kind.
Really?
And they didn't know who it was.
And they were just reeling him in?
Yeah, they were just reeling
Travis
him in. I got to find him. Cappy.
Job call.
Travis
Job
God,
call.
that's
Greg,
so
what's
funny.
that?
So Job is from Simi Valley, and he's the same guy that said, "Boom! How do you like
right,
that?"
That's
one?
the guy that said that.
Same guy. He called into Travis, and Travis got so mad because he said, "LeBron James can't shoot well."
That was great. Do you remember this day? Job called in and say LeBron James shooting technique is off, and he needs to move his elbow in.
The all-time leading scorer in NBA history.
He does not know how to shoot.
I think he was serious too.
That reminds me of the story when Wayne Gretzky took one of his grandkids to the ice rink, and some guy skated up to him and goes, "Hey man, you're holding the stick wrong."
Yeah, really.
To Wayne Gretzky.
Crazy.
Number 6, Mason dump trucked.
Yeah, Mason dump trucked is weird. I do look like a crash test dummy in that thing.
And they say ice skating was just okay.
Ice skating was not good. Cappy was great.
Nobody fell. If
nobody fell. If I would have ice planted, it would have been different. But,
he also says that the 22-inch glizzy is his favorite to win bit of the year. But if you, Mason, allow Morales and Cappy to go into the hot tub, that's a winner. That's the winner.
By the way, Juan's out of town right now too. I'm watching the house. I'm kind of nervous.
So, by the way, if I was Morales, I'm dead serious about this.
Yeah.
I would get Cappy right now. It is 127.
Mm-hmm.
You just said Juan's out of town.
Yeah.
I would drive to your house, jump in the hot tub, take a bunch of pictures, and come back. That would lock up bid of the year.
Absolutely.
For them and my hot tub.
You'd be a part of it.
I'm not going to
Your
be part
hot
of
tub.
it. I can't be part of it.
'Cause it's
Juan is
your
going to get
hot
so
tub.
pissed off. I'm telling you, he does not want anybody in the two-person hot tub.
What's weird is I have a jacuzzi, and I don't care if all you guys can get in it. I don't care.
How many seats are in your jacuzzi?
I think you could probably fit 8.
Okay, minus 2. You can only fit 2 people.
Yeah, 2.
It's
Morales
a jacuzzi
and
tub,
Cappy.
not a jacuzzi.
Yeah, 2 people. Chris Morales and Scott Kaplan.
Not seeing the problem here.
Yeah, I'm seeing the problem.
I don't.
Trust me, I will hear about that for the rest of my
Morales,
life.
go get in your car.
For the rest of my
Head
life.
to Venice.
Yeah. All right, so Lakers back to yesterday. We were like, "Oh God, please, Lakers come back. We need stuff to actually talk about." So, yeah, so we got that. We got LeBron not playing tonight. We'll talk about that. Johnson, San Francisco. We'll talk about that. And we have a guy named Nick who works here. What's Nick's last name?
Riley?
I've got an issue.
Got an
With
issue
Nick Riley.
With Nick Riley?
Yeah.
Nick's a really nice guy. What'd you do?
I will
Nick,
explain
come
it.
here.
I will explain it. In the meantime, Saturday I'm playing in the LA Poker Classic at Commerce Casino Hotel and Resort, and I'm telling you, I'm nervous about it. A big tournament. Do I play tight? Do I play loose? Do I go all in? Do I bet pre-flop? All that kind of stuff is going to come into play on Saturday. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to wear sunglasses or not. Trying to decide if I'm going to wear earpods and just listen to music or pretend I'm listening to music to throw everybody off. I'm definitely not going to have an Oreo cookie because I know Teddy KGB gave himself away that way. But if you want to play in the LA Poker Classic, it is going on right now at Commerce Casino and Hotel. For details, you can go to commercecasino.com. Really excited to play. All your favorite games at Commerce. They've given away $1 million in promotions in January, $20 million in promotions this year. Biggest, best poker room in SoCal, and literally the biggest poker room in the world. LA Poker Classic now through March the 3rd. Jump in there. Go to commercecasino.com. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The black and gold have been to the MLS Cup final the last 2 years in a row. Can they make it a third? The road starts this Saturday.
BMO Stadium is rocking for the black and gold!
LAFC are reloaded and ready for Season 7, led by former World Cup champion keeper Hugo Lloris and last year's Golden Boot winner Denis Bouanga.
Denny!
It's the season opener at BMO. LAFC versus Seattle. Pre-game starts Saturday at 1 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, Give me Laker tickets. Yes. We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better. Yeah. Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the 5th row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
Say on 710.
Brian, you're doing double shift this week?
Today and tomorrow.
Ireland, Jorge is having his baby.
Oh, really? Brenda's having the baby? Well,
Yeah,
Brenda's doing the work.
Well, I mean, you know, yeah, of course she is. But it's happening, and we think in the next day or so. Do we know yet?
No, I texted him this morning, and he said that it's a waiting game. She wants it done. She's ready to have this baby out.
Yeah.
But nothing as of yet.
So we send
I saw
Jorge
her at a
and
Laker
Brendan.
game recently. Brenda and Jorge came to a Laker game. Brenda's one of those women who she just had a baby in her stomach, but she otherwise than that you couldn't tell.
Right.
Like if she was pregnant. She looked great. But that's interesting that she wants the thing done because she's probably tired of having, that's her second kid.
Right.
So and she's done this before, so good for them.
Yeah, you know what's funny about that is at one point Jorge told me and said, "Don't say anything." So I didn't say anything. Then we go to the Mandy Awards, and Jorge and Brenda are sitting at the same table as my mom and not stepdad Leo.
Yeah, I was at that table.
And after the ceremony, my mom said, "Wow, they're having a baby." I'm like, "This is supposed to be secret, isn't it?" But Brenda had to tell everybody.
Well, she was pregnant at the Mandy's. What was she going to say? No,
but she wasn't showing
pregnant.
or anything. It was like early in the game. But she
was
told my mom right off the bat.
Well, good for. It's up to her. She's allowed to tell.
Yes, she
people.
is. Yes, she is. So Nick Riley is a guy who works in an office back there. What's his official job title?
Digital sales manager.
Digital sales manager. So, Ireland, we did a Secret Santa.
Let me get him back here.
Were you involved in the Secret Santa?
I was not because I couldn't go. And the holiday party's tonight, right?
It is. Our holiday party is tonight.
Party after Valentine's Day.
So
it'll be going on during the Laker game.
So I knew I was not going to be at the holiday party, the old Christmas holiday party in February.
Right.
I was not going to be at. So last week I got Nick a gift. He was my Secret Santa person. And I got Nick a gift, and I brought it back there. And I probably went over the limit, and I put some time into it.
What'd you get him?
I got him. Now, he's a huge Texas Rangers fan.
Okay.
So I found a coffee cup that says World Champion Texas Rangers with the logo on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good gift.
But I have not heard back from Nick. At some point, you're like, well, Nick should come over here and say, hey, thanks for the...
I'm glad you brought this up. I didn't know that was the story.
Mm-hmm.
So I may have talked about this on the air, or I may not. I can't remember. But at Christmas, you and I both do this.
Yes.
At Christmas, we give a lot of the people we work with gifts, mostly money.
Yeah, straight cash money.
Which everyone is very appreciative of.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave money to people at ESPN LA, and I got a thank you from every single person.
Except?
No exceptions.
Oh, no exceptions. Okay, good.
I did it at Mountain Gate,
yeah,
where I play a lot of golf. I probably did it to I don't know, 20 people. I got one thank you.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, what's that about?
That is weird.
I'm still going to do it.
Yeah,
I mean, because
right.
you don't give gifts to get thank yous, but I'm with you. If you give someone a gift, they should at least, one, acknowledge it,
And 2, how hard is it to say thanks?
Yeah, it just seems like that's a natural response. Now, it's possible that Nick is like, I'm not going to open this until I go to the holiday party, but I question whether that's actually going
That's
on.
probably not true.
I'm giving Nick the benefit that I don't think that's true.
Him. I told him to come back here, so hopefully he might be in a meeting because he is
Mace,
a big
because you're
big
in
shot.
the exchange, does that automatically mean that Nick is your Secret Santa, or
No.
is that not necessarily?
So you don't
that's
know.
right.
You're not going to
Somebody
get your
else has
gift
me.
because you're not coming to it tonight because you're.
Well,
so
Greg, you
busy.
can pick it up for him.
I could.
It is during a Lakers game.
Greg, are you participating in the
I'm
Secret Santa exchange?
Yes, I am.
Who is your Secret Santa?
I don't know who my Secret Santa is.
But who are you buying gifts for?
Am I supposed to just say?
Yeah, just blurt it out.
Who cares?
Sliwa.
Sliwa.
Yeah.
Did you get him something good?
Yeah, I think it was pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, I'll tell you what it is. I don't care. He's not listening right now.
Yeah, no, he's not.
No.
He's...
I got him a San Diego State sweatshirt.
Oh, that's
perfect.
nice.
Yeah, and I also put in like a bunch of random things for my desk, so he has to pick
Oh, okay,
every single
good.
one.
All of it. Yeah, just throw everything
There's
in
a
there.
whole bunch in there.
So
when Luke Walton was playing for the Lakers, Michael and I, whenever we got to a hotel, we get a packet from the other team. And so Luke says to me one day, "Hey, what's in that packet that you always get whenever we check into a hotel?" I go, "Oh, it's the other team's media guide, and it's information, and it's our press pass." And Luke starts shaking his head, and I go, "What?" He said, "For years, my dad gave me and my brothers, Luke's one of 4 boys, gave me and my brothers these really cool books about the other team. And I just realized these are just media guides that he was getting for free." And he apparently did it every year. He would give the Indiana Pacers to one kid and the New York Knicks to another kid. And the kids all they said, "Who'd you get?" "I got the Houston Rockets." Yeah, Bill didn't pay for any of it.
right. Tonight I actually feel good. You weren't listening yesterday. You joined late in the show for the massive
I called
Supercross
Greg.
talk.
I always check the Comrex as soon as I get into a hotel because we need to know if Greg has to get somebody to fill in for me if the Comrex doesn't work. So I checked it, and Greg says to me, it sounds fine. He goes, "By the way, crosstalk is still going on." And it was 4:45.
Yes, we were going for the record.
And by the way, how strange is it that Morales is the one that blocked us from getting the record?
Yeah, that is crazy. Because I would have sat here and talked to Martin Jarman.
King of bits.
Yeah.
You guys actually, they should have had Martin on with you guys.
Right. I don't know why they didn't.
Well, Chris has gone corporate because it's the second time he's done this year. The first time is he didn't let us have any fun with the guy who hates Cappy.
Oh, right. Well,
The
that
gambling guy,
came
Joe
from way
Fortenbaugh.
on high. That one.
And now
that one did.
he prohibited us from breaking the record. Normally, he's a rule breaker. Lately, he's been a rule follower.
He's not the disruptor he used to be.
Correct.
You're right. He's
I kinda
coloring
miss
inside
Morales,
the lines.
the disruptor.
What happened to Crazy Morales?
He's still there. It's
He'll
still
come
there.
back.
Yeah.
It'll come back. But the Martin Jarman thing, I agree with you. We probably should have kept going with Martin
Greg,
on.
did you listen to the Martin Jarman interview?
Yeah, I did.
Did they ask him about his relationship with Chip Kelly?
Yes. Cappy asked your question, and they also asked about Keith Perrell.
What's that?
Oh, Keith Perrell.
Keith Perrell.
Rhymes with
Pete Carroll.
Oh, yeah. What did he say?
He goes, "Oh, we had a lot of people." He gave an
He
inside.
wouldn't confirm or deny?
Not
Yeah.
exactly.
And
I
did he
never heard
admit-
a rumor.
Did he admit that he didn't talk to Chip for 6 weeks?
He did not. He said, "I have a great relationship with Chip." And
That's not what I heard.
Yeah.
Did he acknowledge he should have
what was he
fired
gonna
him after
say?
the season?
No.
Oh.
If I was on there, I'd say, "Why didn't you fire him after Arizona State?"
I like Deshaun Foster. I hope they
I
don't
love
fire
him.
him too early. That's what I'm feared they're going to do. Because I think they're going to go 3-9 next
Greg's
year.
giving him 6 years.
I'm giving him 4 years.
Well, no, Greg, if they give him 4, that's a fair enough sample
Exactly.
size. But if they only give him 2, that sucks.
Yeah, exactly, because he's coming in bare. There's nothing there. He has no OC. He has no DC. He doesn't even have players
no
on
recruits.
defense.
Yeah.
No recruits. Nothing. He's coming in bare. How do you fire him after 2 years? They're going to be bad for a couple of years.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
to be okay with it.
Hey, Mace, Norm Chow lives in Manhattan Beach.
Oh,
What
no,
do you
no,
think
no,
about
no.
him for OC?
No,
Yeah,
no.
just because he's a guy that had success 20 years ago doesn't necessarily mean he's...
you don't want you're an ageist.
Not
You
an
don't want
ageist.
older guys.
I'm a modernist. I am offenses have changed since Norm Chow was an offensive
Norm
coordinator.
Chow was the offensive coordinator at UCLA, and he was awful.
Oh, that's right. He was.
He was
forgot about
terrible.
He was terrible when he was there.
And then he went to Hawaii to be the Hawaii head coach, and he was terrible.
Circumstance. Now he's just running the offense.
Yeah. So, Ireland, you're in San Francisco
Yes.
for the game tonight.
Yep.
And I thought it was interesting when I was watching the All-Star game what Charles Barkley said about San Francisco.
Well, you and I disagree about this.
Well, I don't, but you're there now. I was there in the spring, so you're there now.
It's bad.
Is it bad again? Is Union Square completely occupied?
Tons of homeless people.
Yeah.
Also, almost all of the commercial buildings are empty now.
Right.
Which is kind of sad. But here's what Barkley said during the game. I mean, Barkley was a lot more direct than I was. And keep in mind, Draymond Green was on this broadcast.
Right.
So you'll hear Draymond come back at him. But here's what Barkley said about the All-Star game coming to San Francisco next year.
Hey, Reggie. Yes. If you had a chance of being cold or being around a bunch of homeless crooks in San Francisco, wouldn't you?
We love San Francisco.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
You can't even walk around down there.
Yes, you can walk around.
Yeah, with a bulletproof vest.
You live in Philadelphia, Chuck.
I live in Arizona.
That microphone that says cough, just hold that down.
Absolutely.
Just hold that thing down.
Okay, so again, let me just say, I was there in May, and Union Square in downtown was spotless. We saw, and I'm not kidding, one homeless person the entire time we were there.
I went to dinner in the heart of, we're staying in the heart of the city.
Are you staying in Union Square?
Close.
Okay.
Walking distance.
Okay.
And I had dinner even on the other side of Union Square, and I probably saw 200 homeless people last night sleeping on the street in tents.
So let me just ask you something. How is that different from what we got going on?
Because San Francisco was always looked at as like a jewel of a city, like the nicest city in the country. And here's a strange thing. The property values have not gone down.
No. Property is too expensive. By the way, you know those commercial buildings that you say are close? They've all been purchased. They've all been bought by really wealthy investors who are going to reopen them with brand new brands and all that stuff when all this is over, whenever the hell that is.
Right across the street from my hotel is where Twitter used to be.
Oh.
And Elon bought Twitter and moved it to Texas.
Oh, right.
And so it's a giant building with no one in it.
Yeah. It's terrible. I mean, I used to live up there. I lived up there for 6 months. It's a beautiful city to live in. It is a great restaurant scene.
Yeah.
I lived right at Baker Beach, so I had a view of the Golden Gate Bridge with the fog and all that stuff. It's a beautiful place to live. I lived on the Presidio. But again, I don't know that there is. I would love to hear somebody with a good answer on how to fix it. There's just not a way to fix it.
I had dinner with my college roommate last night, and he said that Buster Posey is in trouble because what they debate on sports radio up here is, has the city gotten so bad that no free agents are going to come here? And apparently Buster Posey went on one of the shows. He goes, well, I'd be lying to you if I told you I haven't heard from free agents that have told me that. And everybody said, well, even if you have heard from them, why would you say that? It screws the Giants. But, I mean, all he was doing was telling the truth.
But, I mean, at the end of the day, guys are going to go where they can make the most money.
Right.
And whether it's San Francisco or Milwaukee or Cleveland.
I totally agree with you. And if you are somebody in San Francisco and you're free, let's say you're Aaron Judge and you sign with the Giants, you can just go live in Marin.
Of course.
You just go across the Golden Gate
live in
Bridge.
Mill Valley or whatever the hell. Yeah.
So I don't know if that argument holds water.
No, I'm sorry it's bad up there. I don't know what the fix is.
Well, I just stay in.
Yeah, it's a good rule. Good rule to follow. All right, coming up next, going to spin the wheel of questions. Also, at some point, there's supposed to be some picture of me that's going to float around. I haven't seen anything yet.
At some point, you just have to wait.
I will wait. All right, sports is full of rivalries. Teams usually kick it up a notch for rivalry games. And you know who my friend Jacob's rival is? The insurance companies. Every day is a rivalry game for Jacob. It's okay because Jacob has scouted the competition, knows what they're going to try to do. He's able to counteract their attempts to lowball you, and you don't pay a penny out of pocket. That's right. Jacob's able to cover your medical expenses, your car rental, get you a settlement that you deserve. He's been doing this for more than 25 years. Experience matters when you're dealing with the insurance companies. Do not take a chance. Call Jacob. Let him continue to beat his rival on your behalf. Remember, a lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. Call Jacob. He'll win for you. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. Don't forget to follow Jacob on Instagram. Go to @call.jacob. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The Black and Gold have been to the MLS Cup Final the last 2 years in a row. Can they make it a third? The road starts this Saturday.
BMO Stadium is rocking for the Black and Gold.
LAFC are reloaded and ready for Season 7, led by former World Cup champion keeper Hugo Lloris and last year's Golden Boot winner Denis Bouanga.
Denny!
It's the season opener at BMO. LAFC versus Seattle. Pre-game starts Saturday at 1 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. You know what it's time for?
What is this?
It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
All right, here it is.
Okay.
If you could create a job or career that doesn't currently exist, what would it be? I'll go first.
Okay.
I want to be a professional hotel tester. So here's how it would work.
Oh, interesting.
Because I spend so many nights in hotels, I know all the quirks of what makes a good hotel room and a bad hotel room. And I'm kind of surprised that this career doesn't exist already.
Yep.
So what I would do is you open a new hotel, the Mason Hotel.
Okay.
All right, let's say in Italy or something.
Oh, beautiful.
And you say, all right, John, we're going to open next week. I would go in the week before on a Friday, and I would spend a couple of days in your hotel, and I would use all the amenities in the hotel. I'd use the gym, I'd eat in the restaurants, I'd come in here, and then I would prepare for you a full report on how you could improve.
So it's like you'd be a blind taster, except it's for hotels.
Correct.
Right.
Or I would be like, you know how you bring in an efficiency expert to your company to make things run smoother?
Yeah.
I would do it just for hotels. I'll give you a couple of examples of things I would point out. Like this hotel room I'm in right now is really good.
Mm-hmm.
What a lot of hotels are doing is they're getting rid of clock radios because everybody has the clock on their phone.
Sure.
But that's no good because if you wake up in the middle of the night, you don't want to have to pick up your phone. You want to be able to wake up, look at a clock, and decide whether or not you want to go back to sleep. But a lot of hotels, because people have their phones on them all the time, don't think you need clock radios anymore. I'll give you another example of something that a hotel should do. A lot of people, including me, need to get to the back of the TV. All right?
Right, because you've got like
I have a Fire Stick. But a
go.
lot of people have like gaming consoles or they'll plug their iPad in there. A lot of these hotels bolt the TV to the wall.
Right.
So you can't get back there. And so what I have to do when that happens, like in Minnesota, they bolt my TV to the wall. I got to call the engineer, and he's got to come in there and unbolt it.
Yeah.
You should have access to the back of your TV.
Okay.
And a third thing, put the light switch on the light. I don't have to look for 10 minutes to see where the switch is on the light.
That's actually a good point. The switches are now all over in different places in hotel rooms.
Earlier this year where the switch was on the floor and you stepped on it.
Oh, my God. That's crazy.
So that's what I would do.
Okay, that's good.
All right, Bergman, if you had to create a career that currently doesn't exist, what would you do?
The best thing I could come up with is the do absolutely nothing, get paid a lot of money job.
Okay.
So
how would that differ from your job now?
Yeah, that
okay,
is...
first of all, I do way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but you're paid very well for it.
Absolutely not. Not even close. So if I didn't have to do anything, and it's like being an influencer. So I guess
you know what we could call that job, Greg?
What?
The Rendon.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that.
Nice job.
Good.
Yes,
very
good. It is. I want Anthony Rendon's job.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, how about you?
Oh, this was one of the tougher ones I've had to actually think of. This was tough, but maybe like a chef for a dog, or like a dog restaurant.
I actually
like
love
a
this
5-star
idea.
dog restaurant kind of a deal.
Yeah.
You know?
And by the way, like Mace, can you imagine like you have to pick between 4 or 5 good dog restaurants?
Right.
Well, the reason we go there is because Brian Cohen, the chef, is really good, and our dogs love his food. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay, I'm gonna go professional joint roller. This is a gift that I have.
Hold on. Does that not
You
exist?
should've.
Does that not exist now? Can't you buy pre-rolls?
Oh, you can buy pre-rolls, but I would be the actual rolling guy. Like, you could bring me whatever your favorite strain is, and I could roll you and you give me the specs. Like, you want a fatty, or do you want... And I would totally roll it for you.
We have to ask him, but I'm pretty sure Chris Ward at the Green Cross will do that for you now.
You know what? You're probably right.
If you call him and say, Chris, this is exactly what I want, he'll put it all together for you, and you just go in there and pick it up.
So you know what Chris is doing? I was texting with him yesterday. He is creating a Venice Mace strain of
that might
cannabis.
be one of the proudest moments of your life.
Venice Mace Kush coming soon.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so thanks for the wheel of questions.
Oh, boy, here we go.
I got something for you, Mace.
What is it?
You are not going to be at Secret Santa tonight.
Correct.
So I brought Secret Santa to you.
Oh.
Janessa. Go on in. You are
Janessa's
Steve
got
Mason's
my Secret Santa.
Open this
Santa.
on the air.
Exciting.
Let's see
Hi,
what
Janessa.
Janessa came up with.
Great to see you.
By the way, Janessa completely in charge of the pickleball tournament.
It's beautifully wrapped. It's a very of course, Christmas in February only comes once a year.
Hey, Greg, can you get Janessa to a place where she can hear me?
Yes, she's putting in her headphones now.
Okay.
Let me know when she's ready.
Headphones are on.
So,
what'd you get, Mace?
I got a People magazine with Beyonce on the cover.
Well, you love Beyonce.
I love that. I do love Beyonce. Saw her in concert. And I got I love this book. It's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Blank. A counterintuitive
You
approach to
need that.
living a good life by Mark Manson. This is a perfect book for me.
Janessa, he
I thought it
needs
was
that.
fitting.
Yeah, it's awesome.
He
It's awesome.
worries about everything.
Yeah, I do worry too much
Okay,
about what
so-
people think.
Janessa, I have a request
Yes, what
that I
is
think
it?
you can help me with. Mace, did you finally decide who you're playing with in the pickleball
Lindsay.
tournament?
I'm playing with Lindsay,
Okay.
where our team is called the Frenemies.
All right. So my team, I'm playing with Lisa, my wife, and our team is called Irish Luck.
Yes.
Janessa, can you arrange to have Irish Luck play the Frenemies in the first round?
We can see what we can do.
Because I think Mace...
I would love to see that, though.
Yes, Mace, I think that's the draw. I think we could get a big crowd for that match, don't you?
Now, you would I'm just guessing. I've not seen Lindsay play, but she doesn't play a lot. I have played a lot. I played a number of times last March.
That's more than me, by the way. I haven't played in like 3 years.
I think you guys are going to kick the snot out of us. I'll be honest.
I will bet, if this happens, if Janessa can arrange this to happen, I will bet mythical money on you.
Oh,
that's
stop.
That's how low my
Stop.
level of confidence is.
Stop.
All right, but Janessa, will you work on that for me?
I can.
Okay.
I can do that for
So
you.
the field is full now, right?
Yes.
Everybody's
Yes.
set.
Everybody, we all got teams all set.
But can
Nice.
listeners still play, or is the field full?
They can sign up for a wait list to
Okay.
see, just in case things happen.
How do they do that?
People drop out. You can go to espnla.com. It's right there on our homepage. Click onto that picture of the flyer of the graphic,
Yep.
and you'll be sent to Eventbrite.
Okay, cool. And it's, of course, everybody wants to be at the pickleball tournament. It was so much fun last year.
On your
so
birthday
many
this year,
listeners.
Mace.
And by the way, in Ireland, it's also the exact day of the 20th anniversary of our show on 710.
There's a lot going on.
The
You know,
exact
you know what
day.
Greg just whispered in my ear? She's got to go. She has a meeting at 2.
Oh, we got a meeting. A
What
lot of meetings
meeting is
around
more
here.
important than
Yeah.
being on with us?
Being on with you guys, I know.
Janessa, thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
This is great. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Blank is a fantastic book. I'm excited to read that. Because
Yes, that will serve you well because you care about everything.
I do. I get
I'm
too
good
hung
at
up
not
on
giving a
stuff.
blank.
Janessa, love you. Thank you very much for coming in, and thank you so much for the gift. That's very nice. Is Nick back there?
No, I'm efforting Nick.
You're efforting Nick. Okay. Coming up next, are we doing What's Up, Fool? Coming up next because it's
Yes,
combo
What's Up,
plate.
Fool?
By the way, Mace, did you hear while we were gone that Bergman booked Kurt Warner for his own show?
What?
He
I
won't
wanted to
get
tell
us
you.
a guest, but he booked Kurt Warner when he was hosting with
So
DeMarco.
wait a minute. What is the difference?
I say when you were on Tuesday, I was trying to tell you it. I teased it. You didn't come back to it.
What do you mean I teased it? Come
No,
back?
I teased it, and Mo was like, "Oh, good tease," and then you didn't say anything about it, so I didn't tell you.
Well, but
You know,
why
you
are
can
you having?
interject.
Why are you having guests when?
I'll
it's
tell the
Don't
story.
allow us
I'll
to
tell
have
the story
guests.
after What's Up.
All
Fool.
right, fine. All right. Hey, let me tell you about something serious. Something, I love my partnership with the LA County Department of Mental Health. In fact, tomorrow, I just recorded my Mindful Minute that's going to come out tomorrow on video, on social media, and all my social media platforms. And life, as we all know, is a journey with highs and lows. I've experienced both. And the LA County Department of Mental Health is there to support you through it all. Their caring team offers more than just a listening ear. They provide free emotional support, service referrals, crisis counseling. If you're feeling bad, if you need somebody to talk to, remember their 24/7 helpline is always there at 800-854-7771. 800-854-7771 or visit their website at dmh.lacounty.gov. Your mental health is their priority. Let them be your support on this journey. Together, let's shape a brighter tomorrow with hope in recovery and well-being. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The Black and Gold have been to the MLS Cup Final the last 2 years in a row. Can they make it a third? The road starts this Saturday.
BMO Stadium is rocking for the Black and Gold.
LAFC are reloaded and ready for Season 7, led by former World Cup champion keeper Hugo Lloris and last year's Golden Boot winner Denis Bouanga.
Denny!
It's the season opener at BMO. LAFC versus Seattle. Pre-game starts Saturday at 1 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Corporate Greg.
Thanks, Morales. And by the way, every single break,
Shut
Steve
up.
Mason is TikToking.
Shut up.
So if you want to follow him, go to @Venice Mace on TikTok.
There's great stuff in there. Great stuff.
I'd like to welcome the Chinese to Mason's bank account.
All right. So this came out from Rachel Nichols, actually.
Okay.
Doc Rivers was talking to Rachel Nichols and said that two mystery teams were showing interest in him. He said, I had 2 other teams called during the season. My question is, who the hell is calling Doc Rivers as a head coach? This is ridiculous. He's not a good head coach.
Well, he's obviously got a championship, but had it with some really high caliber Hall of Fame players. He's really, the last few years with the Clippers were not good. Philly struggled. Milwaukee, I feel like he iced Adrian Griffin by being the consultant and then weaseled his way in there.
To a 3-5 record?
To a 3-7. 3-7. Yeah, I'm sick of Doc Rivers. I know there's a big conversation, and J.J. Redick and Austin Rivers came out, all that. Doc Rivers is completely overrated as a head coach.
I disagree with both of you guys.
Okay.
It is incredibly hard to win a title. I mean, there's just so many things that could go wrong. That's why I think there's only 6 current coaches that have NBA title rings, and Doc is one of them. If you can get one of those guys that has figured out a way to get to the top of that mountain, you should take a look at getting them. And I think you can rip Doc, but he wins wherever he goes. He doesn't necessarily win the title wherever he goes, but he wins, and he's capable of winning the title. So if I was going to rank the coaches 1 through 30, Doc would be in my top 10.
No chance. He also gives up 3-1 leads all the time.
Okay, but would you rather have Doc than the guy in Orlando or the guy in Brooklyn or the guy in Charlotte?
Orlando, they're playing well. Charlotte's no good. They're garbage. They're probably at the end.
Right, or the guy would you rather have Monty Williams or Doc?
I mean, Monty Williams was a good head coach for a little while.
Who would you rather have, Monty Williams or Doc?
Monty Williams.
I'd take Monty Williams.
I wouldn't.
I would.
Doc Rivers.
They lost 20 games in a row.
Yeah, I love Monty Williams.
Everywhere Doc goes, all the players come out and say, that was awful. That was a bad experience.
Can you not attribute his championship to having 4 Hall of Fame players?
Well, I think he had 3. Are you putting Rondo in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, he's going to get there.
Probably on the assist total. Don't you think he's right up there?
Maybe, but I think Garnett, Pierce, and Ray Allen are all getting in.
Right, you better win a title with those guys.
He did, and he maintains he would have won the title in 2010 had Kendrick Perkins not gotten hurt.
What's he coming out and saying there were all these secret teams coming after me? Why?
I believe it.
Why? Yeah, but why would you talk about it? You just got a new job. Why are you talking about the secret teams that came to you?
Because guys like you and Bergman are coming on the air saying nobody wants to hire him. He's protecting, as you would say, his brand.
His brand.
J.J. Redick, I actually do trust because he tells it like it is, and he was saying he's not a good coach. It's never his fault. He throws his team under the bus. I wouldn't want that.
So I want to ask you guys something.
In 2009, also, the Lakers should have won 2009 if Andrew Bynum didn't get hurt.
The Lakers did win in 2009.
Yeah, 2009,
2010.
Lakers won.
Wait, the Lakers won in 9 and 10. The Celtics won in 8.
They won in 8.
Oh, 8. Yeah, they should have won in 2008.
Okay, so J.J. Redick came out and said what he said about Doc, what Greg was referencing. And then J.J. Redick came out and said and criticized him, and Patrick Beverley came back and read it and said, geez, man, you're criticizing a guy who saved your career. And J.J. Redick wrote back in a tweet, FOH, that he saved my career. I had to look that up. Do you guys know what that means?
Absolutely.
Mace, do you know?
I believe it is is that not pho? Is that not pho, like the soup that you get?
No, that's PH. That's PH.
From a Vietnamese restaurant?
My friend Harris Rosner would say FOH means front of house, but that's not what it means in slang. It means F word out of here.
Oh,
In other words, get the F out of here that he saved my career. I never knew that.
Well, that's
until I looked it up.
GTFOH. GTFOH is get the blank
But what
here.
he was saying was FOH that he saved my career, blank out of here that he saved my career. So there you go. You learn something on this show. We're educational, you know.
Yeah, very educational.
What's up, Foo?
Okay, so we've been talking a lot about biopics, last couple days, and which biopics were our all-time favorites. I saw today that it's going to be released 4 different Beatle biopics.
4 different ones?
On each band member's own perspective.
Oh, wow.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
That
and
is.
I couldn't really think of any other band that can have a biopic with every single member in it. A band that's big enough like that. But my question to you here is, we talked about which one's our favorite. The Beatle one's now reported today that'll be coming out. Who else do you think needs to have a biopic? Like, what's a biopic you would love to see that it's not already out there?
One word. Prince. I don't know how you could get somebody to play
It would
Prince.
be tough, yeah.
And Purple Rain is almost a biopic in itself, but that's what I'd like to see.
We also, and by the way, it's directed by Academy Award winner Sam Mendes, is the guy that's going to do the
all
4
4.
Beatles movies, which is really ambitious.
It'll be hard. You know what? It'll be very hard to cast those 4 actors.
Very hard. We all saw the Marley movie, Bob Marley, One Love. I loved it. These guys thought middle of the road-ish. I thought it was great.
Good message. That's about
had
it.
a great message.
How's
that
the
we
guy
all
that
need.
plays Marley?
Unbelievable. Although Pepe says he was terrible because Bob Marley wasn't good looking.
He says the actor is too
actor is too good looking to play Marley.
I disagree that Bob Marley wasn't good looking.
So I told him yesterday. That's why I told him yesterday. I recommend the movie. Really, really good. Bob Marley, One Love. And the big thing, the big takeaway from the movie, I think, John, is that there is a possibility, no matter how divided and polarized we are, that people can somehow come together. They did it in Jamaica on the brink of a civil war. Bob Marley wound up on stage holding up the hands of the 2 opposing government figures.
This is something I've been selling to you for years. I said that the West Wing model can work. We can all come together, and you have said, you're an idiot. We can never come together. This country is too polarized and too divided. It'll never happen. Bob Marley changed your opinion?
Bob Marley did, and here's why. He actually, there was a civil war about to break out in Jamaica, and there were 2 warring sides. And he did a peace concert and got the leader of both sides to come up on stage with him and join hands.
Okay, so
you will never see that happen
Who is
today.
going to be the peace concert that brings Biden and Trump together and it ends with them holding hands? That person doesn't exist.
Right, that's why we need Bob Marley. Marley could do it. Marley built bridges, unity, oneness. I mean, I love that about Bob Marley.
And that scene that you're talking about, it was on screen for 3 seconds.
Right. No, it was, but it was there.
All the big things that happened in that movie was on screen for 3 minutes, 3 seconds.
It's hard to nail a biopic. I thought
biopic.
It's not biopic.
It's not biopic.
I thought they nailed it with Rocket Man, the Elton John one.
That was a great one.
And they nailed it with Bohemian Rhapsody, the Queen one. But there have been other ones where they haven't nailed it.
We actually talked about it yesterday. My 2 were Catch Me If You Can, which was the story of that scammer, Frank Abagnale.
Abagnale, right.
Yeah. And then The Insider, which was the story of the former cigarette company executive who turned on Philip Morris and who was interviewed.
With Al Pacino and Russell Crowe.
Yeah, I thought those were both great. Well, for you, what?
I would say, I mean, they're both musical, but I would say I loved Rocket Man and I loved Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
If you want me to go non-music, I thought Will Smith was incredible in Ali.
Yeah.
And I thought Jamie Foxx was the model in Ray.
Lights out. He was spectacular
I'd
in
be
Ray.
one of those 4.
What's up, Foo?
Okay, so we have a first ever here in Major League Baseball. Season hasn't even started yet. The lowest win total ever for the upcoming season, Oakland A's, 56.5
Oh,
wins.
my God.
Now, that's just too low, right? I mean, you got to take the over. No professional team.
56.5.
They're going to win more than 56, right?
So
56.5 is insane.
Mace, do you know the name of the owner of the A's? Everybody hates him. His name is John something.
John.
But here's the weird thing. He's running that team into the ground because he's trying to move it to Las Vegas.
Well, he is moving it to Las Vegas.
No, he's not. The Las Vegas mayor doesn't want him, and he's telling him to stay in Oakland.
There's already a deal, though.
Right, but nobody in Vegas wants him now.
Nobody in Vegas wanted the Raiders either.
No, yes, they did. They quoted the Raiders.
All my friends in Vegas were like raising hotel taxes and congesting the strip and all that. They weren't all in on the Raiders either.
I don't think the A's to Vegas is a done deal. Let me just put it that way. But here's the thing: when Frank McCourt ran the Dodgers into the ground, baseball got involved and got him out of there. Why don't they get this A's guy out of there? I mean, nobody thinks he's.
Can you get rid of somebody for being cheap? Like there's no
Frank McCourt,
right? But Frank McCourt, there was other stuff going on.
What? No, it wasn't. He was just cheap. He didn't have the money. That was it.
He was in the middle of this crazy divorce and was diverting. I mean,
right.
No,
he didn't have the money. So this guy in Oakland won't spend money. That's why Brian's coming up with that number, 56 or whatever he said.
56.5.
Yeah, I mean, Mace, if there was an owner in the NBA, I mean, Donald Sterling got thrown out because he's a racist, but everybody was happy because he never spent money anyway. You know, if you don't spend and you don't even attempt to be competitive, I think they should have the right to get you out.
Yeah.
I wish they would get that A's owner out.
Well, I mean, by the way, they are going to be there in 2026. So, I mean, the owners, there's already a signed deal. So the mayor can squawk all they want, but the deal is done. And why would you?
They don't have a place to play, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
that's what they're building. So
they haven't started.
No, they have not started. I'm just reading the story that they're going to be there in 2026.
Right, but you have to have a place to play.
Here's the issue. If I was moving, why would I spend any money on my team? In other words, why am I investing?
Because you have an obligation to the other owners in the league to at least attempt to be competitive.
They had 95-plus win seasons and nobody showed up. Oakland, for all the talk about Oakland fans deserve better, Oakland fans didn't show up when that team was good. They deserved to lose their team.
We're talking about two different things. If you want to say Oakland isn't a good place for a team and the team should move, that's fine. But what I'm saying is, this owner, Billy Beane, was finding ways to put up those 95 wins,
correct,
even when they were cheap. That's basically the story of Moneyball. But now they're not even doing that. They're not even doing Moneyball anymore. They're just not spending any money.
But seriously, if nobody's going to show up, what is your incentive to spend? In other words, you're not getting the gate, you're not getting the revenue, you're not getting the concessions, you're not getting any of the stuff, because even when the team is great, nobody shows up in the building. What incentive does John Fisher, who I guess is the owner, what incentive does he have to spend a bunch of money when he knows even if they win 100 games, nobody's going to be in the building?
You are barking up the tree that everybody makes this mistake. Attendance is nothing compared to your TV deal.
What do you think the A's local TV deal is?
But
It's
I'm saying
terrible.
If they start winning, I mean, the Warriors win all the time, so they have a great TV deal. But if the A's won all the time, they would get a much better TV deal.
Weren't they in on that Bally's meltdown?
They're up. I think Comcast has them. They call this NBC Sports Bay Area. Isn't that Comcast?
Yeah.
So I don't think the A's were part of a Bally's. But Bally's, like the Angels were part of a Bally's thing. The Padres were part of it, but I don't think the A's were.
Yeah. Okay. Is that it? I still haven't seen this mysterious picture pop up.
Well, let's do it next.
Well, we need Morales.
Yeah.
So,
coming up, I'll tell you what. Coming up next, John.
Can I tell my story?
Oh yeah, I didn't realize you had one. Go ahead.
No, he has. The story is why he booked a guest when we weren't here.
Correct. Okay. We'll do that coming up. Plus, John, very, very optimistic, making lots of bets on the Lakers. I'll fill you in on the ones I already made and what I'm going to make tonight. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, Mirror Audio Video has been serving LA sports fans for more than 40 years. Why? The team at Mirror can offer and deliver products and services that others just don't have. Cutting-edge home automation, better, faster Wi-Fi, incredible surround sound, home theater design, full home security, and more. It's all got to be Mirror. Plus, and we can't stress this enough, world-class customer service. You know when you call some big company and they put you in phone jail? Not going to happen at Mirror. You call, and Isaac or Roy picks up the phone. And just like that, you're taken care of. Don't believe me? Try it right now. Here's the number, 310-234-4010. If you need anything in the world of electronics, if you need home security, you want to lower your window shades with the touch of a remote, you need new TVs, new stereo, new anything, 310-234-4010. Tell them Mason and Ireland sent you. They'll hook you up for sure. Once again, the number, 310-234-4010, or check them out at mirroraudiovideo.com.
Now, though, Mason and Ireland continues your Thursday on 710.
All right, so we have a rule around here. Kind of a hard and fast rule that we don't do guests on this show. And Bergman vetoes every single time we say, hey, let's get so-and-so on the show. So Greg takes over the show for a few days. And by the way, Ireland did a really good job. I actually listened to some of it. I thought he was great.
Thank you.
Then all of a sudden...
Did Mason leave?
What's that?
Do you not hear Mason?
I don't hear him.
Oh, no, I'm here.
How about now?
No, there he is.
There
Brian,
he is. Okay.
Brian just hit a button.
my fault.
Restart.
Yeah. No, okay. Greg was good on the air. Now he had a guest. We never have guests. Greg, why do we get a guest? Why did you go out and get one?
Why did you get one when you won't let us have it?
We never get a guest.
It was kind of impromptu. Like, we didn't book it ahead of time. So I was having a conversation with DeMarco about LeBron. And he said that the Lakers can win a title without LeBron. I said, that's ridiculous. If you went back to the greatest show on turf, could you take Marshall Faulk or Kurt Warner off that team? He said, yes, we had so many Hall of Famers that they still would have won the Super Bowl that year, and they probably would have been better with Trent Green than with Kurt Warner. And I was arguing, like, that's ridiculous. There's no way a Hall of Famer, Kurt Warner, would have been better off with Trent Green. And he said, if you want me to ask Kurt Warner? And he texted him, and Kurt said, you want me to come on? And so impromptu, he just came on.
So it was
how come
impromptu?
You never do that with us?
Yeah, why don't you impromptu some stuff for us?
Do you have your direct access to Kurt Warner?
No, but you
not
do.
To Kurt Warner.
No,
you
I
do.
don't.
You're the
I didn't
producer.
do it. I didn't do it.
You're
That
a
was-
producer guy. You have
DeMarco is
you have the
friends.
big Rolodex. You've got that thing that spins all the cards. You know, like
The
the
thing
old
from
school
the 90s?
Rolodex. Yeah.
You want to hear something funny? So Mace, you know my friend Jeff Proctor.
Oh,
who
yeah,
used to work
sure.
for Over. In fact,
Great
he's
guy.
teaching a sports media class at Syracuse.
Wow.
And I was talking to him the other day, and he said he was talking to the students, and he said, guys, you have to update your Rolodex. You have to keep that thing continuous. And all the students looked at him and went, what does Rolodex mean?
Yeah, no, it's
Nobody
true.
knew.
Nobody knows what a Rolodex. I was cleaning
Your
out my
contacts would be the way to say it now, right?
Yeah, your contact. I was cleaning out my garage when I was turning it into a studio, and I came across the old Rolodex with that you'd spin it and you had all those cards. I'm like, God, what a thing of the past. Then you go through the cards and you're like, I don't remember a single person that is in this Rolodex.
Yeah, I'll take you even back farther. Remember address books?
Oh,
I
sure.
used to have an address book.
Wow.
That had everybody's number in it.
So my mom had a Rolodex. It was the actual Rolodex.
Mm-hmm.
And so but she would put things in weird places. Like if I wanted to get Amici's pizza,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't under A for Amici's. It wasn't under P for pizza. It happened to be on D because it was off of Dumetz Road. So we had to figure out.
So it was the road?
It was all in code.
Yeah, it was on code just for her.
She spelled like Michael.
No, yeah, but it was on Dumetz. The restaurant was on the road called Dumetz. So you had to go to D to find Amici's pizza. It was the craziest thing ever. Her system was wild.
Oh, Jan.
I'm with Jan.
Old Jan Bergman.
I think her system makes perfect sense.
We haven't had Jan on the show for a while. Do you ever in your contacts?
In my Rolodex,
Is
not
she
my
in your
contacts.
Rolodex?
And your Rolodex.
She's actually my emergency contact in my phone.
So Ireland, I made a prediction yesterday. Tell me if you think I'm right.
Okay.
I have got $10,000 mythical dollars on the Lakers winning 45 games, which would require a 16. I think it's 16 and 10. Is that what they need to go down the stretch?
26 games left. That would they're 30 and 26. So if they win 45, do you win?
Yes.
So they got to go.
No, wait a minute. It's 40. Is it 45 and a half or 40?
45 and a half.
45 and a half. So I need 46
you
wins.
need them to go 16 and 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can do that.
Yeah. And I've got them 6 seed or better.
You know what is going to swing it is the availability of LeBron.
Of course. Well, there are no All-Star games coming up, so he's got a chance to get ready for the final third of the season.
Me that he's only had one game over the past week, and he only played a half, and nobody played hard. It was that joke of an All-Star game. And now he's out tonight?
Right. So here's the question. And I mean, I think this is a fair question. Why the hell did he play in the All-Star game? Was it so in other words, was it so he could say I played in 20 All-Star games?
I think so. That, and he's talked a lot about the fact that he's very thankful that the fans have put him in this position. You know, he was the leading vote getter in the West. He knows he doesn't have too many of these left. And so I think he wanted to at least show up and give the fans their money's worth.
But just show up.
But that's not the same as playing.
No, it's not. But the plan, you're going to burn yourself in a meaningless game when
Mace,
you are trying to avoid the play-in tournament?
I think you're looking at this from too wide of a lens. Tighten it in. It was 1/2 over the course of a week, and now he's out?
Right.
So I don't think it was the All-Star game that knocked him out. It's got to be something bigger. So I'm a little concerned. I hope he's okay. I hope that he's getting the treatment he needs. I don't know if he's going to play tomorrow night when we have a home game against the Spurs.
Come on.
By the way, let me put this out there. Everybody thinks no LeBron tonight. The Lakers have no chance. LeBron has missed 7 games this year.
Yep.
The Lakers' record in those games is 4-3. And the last time he missed a game, AD missed it also, and they beat the team with the best record in the league in Boston. So I'm not giving up on this game tonight.
Give me 10,000 mythical on Lakers plus 5.5 or 6.5? 6.5. Lakers plus 6.5.
Yeah,
tonight.
I can't even bet mythical money on NBA stuff because I'm in the league, but I love that bet for you.
So, okay, by the way, whenever we talk about mythical money, it is brought to you by Prize Picks, and we love the people at Prize Picks. They are the largest and number one daily fantasy sports platform in North America. New members go to prizepicks.com/710. Use code 710 for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks is daily fantasy sports made easy. Coming up for you, I think LeBron said this is one of the stupid things I've ever heard him say. This is just absolutely ridiculous. It's preposterous.
Good. I don't even know what it is, and I'll defend it.
It is preposterous. Also, Sedano finally watched Greatest Night in Pop. He says, I'm not Waylon Jennings, but during crosstalk, he's going to describe exactly who I am in the doc.
I don't know who else you could be.
I think I'm Lionel Richie. I'm the guy that puts it all together.
Oh, no. You're definitely not
I'm
Lionel
Quincy.
Richie.
I'm Quincy Jones. I'm producing the whole thing.
You're definitely not that.
All right, that's coming up next for you. In the meantime, let me tell you about my Hyundai. Working with the Southern California Hyundai dealers, just fantastic experience. And as soon as I got into this partnership, I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to drive a Hyundai. So I went out and got a Hyundai Elantra hybrid. And I love this. It's one of my favorite cars I've ever driven. It's really cool. I got to drive the Ioniq 6. If you're looking to go EV with a long driving range and all the cutting-edge technology, the Ioniq 6 is for you. And the Sonata is super sharp. The Santa Fe, if you want to go SUV. This spring, you can get in and get away with a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. And as always, every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty and 3 years or 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. So hurry up. Do what I did today. Be the great deals at Hyundai will not last. Add more joy to every journey at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, which is going on now. Visit buyhyundai.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The Black and Gold have been to the MLS Cup Final the last 2 years in a row. Can they make it a third? The road starts this Saturday.
BMO Stadium is rocking for the Black and Gold.
LAFC are reloaded and ready for Season 7, led by former World Cup champion keeper Hugo Lloris and last year's Golden Boot winner Denis Bouanga.
Denny!
It's the season opener at BMO. LAFC versus Seattle. Pre-game starts Saturday at 1 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Por la cultura.
At 5 p.m. And then at 5:30, the Toyota Lakers countdown to tip-off. At 7 o'clock, Lakers Warriors, all the play-by-play with John and Michael right here. Right now, though, Mason and Ireland continues your Thursday on 710.
Yeah, exactly. Nick Riley is here. He's our digital sales manager, right? I got the title right? All right, talk right into that thing. So I was concerned because tonight is our holiday party, right? The big holiday party across the street.
Show somebody how to use a mic, Mace.
Well, I mean, I
This
can't
is
do
why you don't win
I
awards.
can't do it. This is screw you.
This
Winner
is
of a
why you
Carmi
don't
today.
win awards.
So Nick, we're doing the Secret Santa giveaway, I guess, tonight, right? We're exchanging gifts and stuff. So I gave you your Secret Santa gift. And it was boxed, and then I never got any feedback or reception about it. Did you actually open it, or are you saving it for tonight?
I'm saving it for tonight.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm not buying it.
You're
Are
not
you
buying it.
are you
I think,
are
I
you
think
legit?
Nick knows what it
Did
is,
somebody
and he
wrap
forgot
it?
to say thank you.
Did you wrap that gift?
I had it wrapped.
And you haven't opened it?
And I haven't opened it.
Oh, okay, good. Then
It's
let's
still
not
sealed.
say. Okay, all right.
I mean, I didn't want to be the one guy at the party that didn't have something to
That
open.
already knew exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right. So Johnny never opened it.
All right, I think you'll like it, Nick. It's a good pie, but just remember to say thank you because no one says thank you anymore.
Yeah, don't listen to the podcast because I told everybody exactly what the gift is. I announced it. I hate when you give something to somebody and then you don't hear back and then you don't know if they got it or they didn't get it. Like I recently sent a gift to somebody that John and I both know, and I never heard back. And I'm like, I wonder if it got there. I wonder if they even received it. You know what I'm saying?
Open it on the air?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Open it. That's a good idea. Open it on the air.
Well, let's do this.
Okay. Nick Riley, digital sales manager. He was the Secret Santa person that I ended up with.
Honest reaction, Nick, to what it is.
He's opening it. It's beautifully
you
wrapped.
Can tell us if you don't like it.
Yeah. I personally think you're going to like it.
I've been excited to have Mace as my Secret Santa and also terrified of what the gift was.
Oh, yeah.
It's not weed. Don't worry.
It's not. Yeah, it's not weed. Oh, yeah. Bummer. He was looking for gummies. Nick is opening the gift right now.
Strangely, I have more gummies than Mason.
That is true. You take more gummies than I do, which is amazing.
Higher potency.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. All right, so Nick's opening the gift right now, and he is removing, and there it is, and it's bubble wrapped because I went above and beyond.
You had someone else.
I bubble wrapped this gift. I
absolutely did not.
I wrapped it in bubble wrap, and there it is.
Check the box that said, "Do you want this item gift wrapped?"
Okay, Nick, describe.
It is a Texas Rangers 2023 World Series champions mug, and I absolutely love it.
Excellent.
This is the perfect gift.
I knew you would like that.
Thank you so much.
By the way, Ireland, one of the coolest things was we were in the box for one of the Laker games the night that the Rangers actually won the World Series. So we got to be there with Nick when he saw his favorite team finally break through and win a World Series. It was really cool to be there for you to experience that.
I was thrilled to be there and experience that with you guys. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
I rooted for that team for 40 years and finally got a World Series.
So did you root for him back when they had Pete Incaviglia and Oda B. McDowell and Bump Wills? Jeff Burrows?
Mike Hargrove.
Charlie Huff.
Toby Hara.
Ruben Sierra?
Absolutely.
Those are some old school names.
That's great.
Yeah. Buddy Bell. Buddy Bell.
The greatness of Buddy Bell.
Oh, he's so good.
Oh, Nick, that was great.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna go get some coffee.
Excellent.
Take the rest of the day off, Nick.
Merry Christmas in February.
Hey, Chris, what is this video or still of Mason?
The screenshot is amazing.
Yeah. Send it to me. What is it?
Are you ready? I'm going to post it.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to.
We are now posting on Twitter on my personal accounts and social media at CMM Spectrum. You ready?
Yeah.
So today, hold on. It's coming. It's coming. This is great.
Okay, so there's a
It's
picture.
going on Twitter now.
Okay.
The screenshot captured by Carlo Saisu, the great Carlo Saisu.
Oh, no. What the hell did he capture?
So today, after it was announced that I won the Keller Polking Award, which Scott Kaplan and Steve Mason was also nominated for.
Yes.
Now it is going on social media on my Insta story.
Yep.
First, let me look at this Kristen Cavallari post.
Exactly.
Oh.
Who is she dating now, Chris?
I don't know.
So
what? You
is this the screen post? It's like
it's
chat?
people saying from the Microsoft Teams in the meeting,
right?
Saying congratulations to me,
right?
But then look at the bottom. So this is right seconds after the award was announced.
Yeah, moments after it was announced, Steve Mason has left the conversation.
I mean, could it be better than that? Now, by the way, the entire company saw this.
Well,
all 600 people on the call. Yes,
there were people coming
Chris,
and going on that whole thing.
This is why Mason is Waylon Jennings.
Exactly.
The minute
he took his ball and went home because he didn't win.
He didn't win. He walked out.
Morales, did I not text you immediately after
this?
No,
I was actually sitting with Greg and Carlo when you texted, and it was an hour and 10 minutes after the award had been announced.
Right.
Yeah.
And I did send
Whereas
you
my phone exploded right after it was announced with people within the company saying congratulations.
So what are you saying about, was I supposed to stay there for the rest of the award
let me ask
show?
you, do you think, Corporate Greg chime in because he was in the meeting with me, or the room, the conference room.
Yeah.
If you would have won, I would have texted you immediately, way to go, Mason. I would have stood up like I did when Carlo won for his award and clapped. And then I would have sat there and watched the end of the show because our founder was putting on a show.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have left the conference. I wouldn't have taken my stuff and left the room.
Well, see, I wanted to be best teammate for next year by doing a good show today and working on it.
Are you starting now, or?
This has been a fantastic
the Nick Riley thing, that
show.
really moved the needle.
That did move the needle.
It's no Magic Johnson.
Don't pick on Nick. What do you have against Nick Riley?
He's my
Why
guy.
are you going after Nick?
Our offices are next to each other.
Yeah, okay.
Left the conversation.
Yeah, that's
By the way, Scott Kaplan isn't any better, who's a guy who I share a lot of my time with, walked by me in the hall, didn't say a word.
He still hasn't said anything?
No. Still hasn't said anything.
Was it because he was doing the Cappy Cast? Does he even know?
He knows.
He knows.
Was he in there?
Yeah. No, he wasn't in there. He was doing the Cappy
Okay,
Cast.
so who's better? Cappy, who never showed up, or
You
me,
left
who
the
was actually
conversation.
there? Well, I was there for 45
This
minutes.
is pretty incriminating, man.
Oh, I was 45 minutes I was on that thing. It was a great show. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. They were down to the last couple of awards, and I'm like, all right, gotta get ready for Mason and
My
Ireland.
favorite thing about this whole thing, John, is that you called it right at the beginning of the show. As soon as you heard, you knew what it was.
Mason didn't win, and he stormed off because he didn't
Literally
win.
stormed off.
Steve
Mason left the conversation.
It doesn't say Steve Mason stormed off.
It says Steve
he's
Mason left the conversation.
That's
I know
completely different.
I know we have to get to Game of Games, but Chris, Sedano says, he's coming up here in 20 minutes.
Yes.
He says that Mason is not Waylon Jennings in the Greatest Night in Pop.
I'm Lionel Richie.
So the only other thing I can think of is maybe he's Sheila E. In other words,
that could be.
They invited Mace in an attempt to get Cranston or O'Shea.
Oh.
And when they didn't show, they moved Mace to the back row, and he got all disgusted.
Yeah, by the way, you guys present such a terrible image of me.
No, it's just you like you.
Well, it's not an award-winning image. We know that.
Yeah, well, not today.
I mean, you got to be proud of my year. Personality of the year at the
Morales.
Mandy's, and then Carmy Award winner.
Morales, first of all, you invented the category of personality.
I
of the
actually
year, so
didn't.
You would win, yeah.
I actually didn't, and I went up against all you guys, and
Yeah.
the fans voted me.
If you want the truth, Mace,
yeah,
I came up with it.
He did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm happy. Look, if you're winning,
sound really
if
happy.
you're winning, we're all winning. That's the way I say it. If you're
Sound
winning,
great.
we're all winning. There are enough awards for everybody. I thought it was just.
Do you think I can win more then?
There were only a few people nominated for this, and I was very grateful and happy to be nominated
in LA
for
and New
this
York.
award from Craig Karmazin, our company founder. And
So why not
it is an
comment
honor
in the
to be
team?
nominated.
Why not comment in the team's chat? This is a great award. Good job, Chris. You're great to our radio station every day. Instead, left the conversation.
And then sent you a text
an hour later when Juan told you to send the text.
No, he did not. He did not.
When he said, "You better contact him. You know he's a tyrant."
Oh, Chris, Juan's out of town.
Yeah, Juan's out of town.
Yeah, but we're not
Head
getting
for the jacuzzi.
Yep, not happening.
Mace, why don't you like me?
It's not that I don't like you.
He just doesn't want you in his
It's that I
jacuzzi.
don't want to be around you.
There is a difference.
Yeah, there is a difference. No, Chris, we all love you.
John's
You
a great teammate, by
you
the way.
deserve-
John's a great teammate.
You deserve that award. I was very happy. I said beforehand, Morales should win it. That's why I told Juan
Because
this morning. I said Morales
because
should
Pete
win it.
Arbogast is grinding me on the price of a table.
Yeah.
Because we all want to be there. and
Really?
have-
He's grinding you on the
me.
price?
I don't know if I'm doing this Tuesday.
You're not
After-
going to introduce
after
us?
today. After today, you actually hurt me today.
Oh, really? That hurt.
Yeah.
All right, so if Morales doesn't show Mace, who is our emergency presenter? Is it Bergman? Are you even going, Bergman?
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you
going.
Well, if we get this table,
If
he's
we get the
grinding me
table.
over $50 right now.
Is
Really?
it over $50?
Get out of here.
Just pay it. It's like
No,
isn't it
it's-
like a nonprofit organization or something? It's
It
not
doesn't
like
sound like one.
Mace, if Morales
I'm
backs out,
I'm not gonna back out. Come on, because
but
we're gonna have the
Chris,
social
Mace,
team.
I got
there.
it.
Okay,
If
who would
Morales,
be the emergency?
You'll love this.
Okay.
Because I think it would just crash and burn and be funnier than hell.
Yep.
Presenting Mason and Ireland for the Southern California Sports Broadcasters Hall of Fame will be Pepe Montino.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that would be so good.
He's being honored.
Do you think?
Hey,
he's being
John,
honored.
Wake up. Pay attention.
Do you think it'll take him an hour to drink the frappuccino at the broadcast?
He nursed that frappuccino a long time yesterday, and apparently when he goes to pick it up, they say, "Beep beep beep beep. We have your coffee."
No, Mace, you hurt me, but I'm still going to do Tuesday.
All right, good. I'm
It's
glad.
good for the bit,
It is good for the bit.
and the social team's going to be there.
It's all about the bits.
It is.
Yeah, that's what we're in it for.
Like, you know what our Dodgers branding line is this season?
Real Dodgers talk?
Well, that's still, but a secondary line. The road to Roberts' redemption.
Oh, shut up.
By the way, Chris, first game of spring training, Dodgers 14, Padres 1.
Top of the
in
eighth.
Yeah.
We are there weekends.
You know,
That's a
Ireland,
different
we're going to
show,
do a show.
You guys remember that show? We are there weekends.
Oh,
I used to host one of
I
those.
know.
We're going to do a middle of the night show when the Dodgers open their season in South
No,
Korea.
remember you figured out that it's a weekend, and so now you're not going to do it?
No, it's a weekday.
I can't wait till it's
a Thursday.
3:45 and Corporate Greek sitting here alone.
No, me and Bergman are doing it. Who else is in? Ireland, you're gonna pitch us a call. You'll be awake.
Yeah, I'll be awake. But
Momo says she'll be awake.
I don't think you'll do it. And by the way, triple check, because I'm pretty sure it's on a weekend.
Bergman, you're the one that...
No, it's the 20th and 21st. I had the wrong dates. 20th and 21st, so it's Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday.
By
That's
the way,
what I thought.
tomorrow, sneak preview day of the Blue Review, which officially returns Monday.
It's coming back?
Really?
Yeah,
Think
of course
they
it
get
is.
canceled?
No, we got
No.
partners.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
The
Is
Blue
it
Review was a
sponsored?
hit. It was
Yeah,
a hit,
it's actually
John.
got two sponsors right now.
Wow.
Is it Bergman and the
And
Big
Parker?
CY again?
No,
Parker, Big CY.
See
back.
why I opted out?
Yeah. So it's Parker and Bergman, and tomorrow's the first day of the
It's
Blue
a sneak
Review?
preview tomorrow.
Okay.
But starting Monday, 9:30 a.m. live, your first chance to talk about the boys in
I'm
blue.
excited.
Heading into the Travis and,
And
Sliwa
it's
show.
going to be live.
What,
Is
live.
that new?
Do it live.
Well, we did that during the playoff run.
Okay, cool. All right, well, that starts on Monday. I don't know if Bergman's throwing stuff at me. Tell you what, coming up next, you want to play Game of Games with us? We
Sure,
got
why
room.
not?
All
Why
right,
not?
so we're going to do Game of Games.
let's
It's
do it. Why
Ireland's
not?
game today. We'll do it next. Then we got Super Crosstalk. Shadano and Cappy are going to be along. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, did you know it can now take up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open job? That's almost 2.5 months. So if you're hiring for a new business, you don't have time to wait. If you're listening today, follow this advice. Stop waiting and start using ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find qualified candidates for all your roles fast. How fast? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. As my buddy Ian Siegel, the inventor of ZipRecruiter, says, they don't leave anything to chance. They use technology that provides you the candidates that fit your job description perfectly. So 3.8 million businesses use ZipRecruiter for their hiring needs. Again, go to that exclusive web address to try it for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
The Black and Gold have been to the MLS Cup Final the last 2 years in a row. Can they make it a third? The road starts this Saturday.
BMO Stadium is rocking for the Black and Gold.
LAFC are reloaded and ready for Season 7, led by former World Cup champion keeper Hugo Lloris and last year's Golden Boot winner Denis Bouanga.
Denny!
It's the season opener at BMO. LAFC versus Seattle. Pre-game starts Saturday at 1 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Big news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers game on the ESPN LA app. Don't miss a second of the action with Michael Thompson and I on the call. Plus, all your live and local Lakers talk every day in the palm of your hand.
You're one tap away from everything Lakers.
You could even win Lakers tickets.
Download the ESPN LA app. And bam!
Download the ESPN LA app at the App Store and Google Play.
Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time and a combo play Thursday. And Morales is going to hang out and play with us. It is Ireland's game today. Ireland, what you got going?
All right, so we got 4 players, Brian, Greg, Mason, Morales.
Yes.
Okay, the All-Star break comes to an end today for the Lakers.
Right.
Who get back to action tonight here where I am in San Francisco. So with that in mind, I have a list of 10 current or former Lakers. You simply tell me, has this player ever made an NBA All-Star team at any point in his career? It doesn't have to have been with the Lakers. Just at any point of his career. Okay, here we go. Number 1, Stu Lance. The great Stu Lance, the Lakers TV color analyst. Brian Cohen, did Stu ever make an All-Star team?
Yeah, let's go yes.
All right, Greg.
You would never besmirch the name of Stu Lance. Yes.
I agree.
Mace.
You would never. It would always be Stu. He had to have made it. All-Star.
As somebody once said, I'm going against the grain. No.
The only person who got it is Chris Morales. Stu Lance
no.
never made an All-Star team.
You're highlighting that, huh?
Okay.
Okay.
Number 2, Trevor Ariza. Trevor Ariza. Bergman, did Trevor Ariza ever make an All-Star team?
Sure did.
Mace.
Yes, he did.
Morales.
Since Corporate Greg knows more about sports than all of us, I think, other than John, yes.
Brian.
I'm going to go yes.
Well, don't roll your eyes, Mace.
All 4 of you missed it. Trevor Ariza.
Damn it!
Oh! Damn it! I was making it
You
seem
did
like
make it seem like you absolutely
sold me.
Greg, you sounded very convincing.
It's because we had a
On
nice,
purpose.
Greg and I had a nice dinner at the smokehouse last night. I'm still in a cloud over it.
Oh, got it.
So,
It was nice.
Morales has 1 and no one else has any. All right,
Take that, suckers.
Mace, this one coming to you.
Okay.
Glenn Rice.
Yes.
Morales.
As a Laker?
Just
No,
an
at
All-Star
any
team.
point of his
yes.
career.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, Brian.
Yes.
Greg.
With the Heat, probably, yeah.
3 times Glenn Rice made the All-Star
There you
team, and
go.
everybody's on the board. All right, Morales, one of Mason's favorite players. Slow Roy. Roy Hibbert.
No.
No. Brian.
Yes.
Greg.
He was good in Indiana for a while. I will say yes.
Mace.
Before he got slow, he was an All-Star, I'll say.
Brian, Greg, and Mace, all correct. We are now tied across the board at 2 apiece.
Let's go.
Well, the slow Roy threw me off.
Slow Roy. God, that was a time, wasn't it?
Number 5.
Got in so much trouble.
Do you remember the time we were outside somewhere, Mace, and there was a snail on the ground, and John Black pointed at it and goes, "Slow Roy."
Slow Roy. Oh God, that was funny.
All right, number 5. Brian, back to you. Antoine Jameson, former Laker Antoine Jameson. Brian, did he ever make an All-Star team?
I'm going to go no on this one.
Greg.
God, he was around so many different places. Say 1 year, yes.
Mace.
I'm going yes.
Morales.
Against the grain, no.
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Greg Bergman and Steve Mason are tied for the lead. All right, Greg, this one coming to you. John Sally, former Laker John Sally. Did he ever make an All-Star team? Greg.
Detroit, maybe? No. I'm going to say no.
Mace.
I'm going no.
Morales.
Yes.
Brian.
I think.
I'm going to go no.
The answer, no. Greg and Mace still in front.
We're getting shafted.
Morales is really drifting
Morales
out of
has
this.
blown his lead.
Yeah.
Well, well, easy how you say that.
Mace, this
Yeah.
one to you.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman, former Laker
come
Dennis
on.
Rodman. Did he ever make an All-Star team?
Had to have. Yes.
You're going yes. Morales.
Yes.
Although it's probably
Brian.
Yes.
Greg.
I'm going to go against it and say no.
Greg, you just handed Mason the lead. Dennis Rodman made the All-Star team 2 times.
Yes.
All right, Mace, this one coming to you.
Okay.
Shoot.
Andrew Bynum. Did Andrew Bynum ever make an All-Star game? Mace.
No.
Chris Morales.
No.
Brian Cohen.
I'm going to go yes.
Greg Bergman.
How many are left?
After this, 3 more.
Okay.
2 more. I'm sorry, 2 more after this.
Not my
You're
spot.
1 behind. Well,
No.
what's your answer?
No.
The answer is yes. He made it
Brian.
1 time in 2012. So, the score, Brian 5, Mace 5, Greg 4, Morales 3.
This is an outrage.
Got to get these two to stay alive.
This is an outrage.
So, Brian, you need to go first here. Cedric Sabalos. Club said, did he ever make an all-star team, Brian?
I'm going to go no.
Mace.
Is this a spot for me? I'm going to go yes.
Greg.
I'm going yes.
Morales.
Yes, I think.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
And Steve
All right.
Mason has the lead with 1 to go.
So am I one back?
Yeah, you are, Brian. So here's the score. Chris, I'm sorry you're out.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Mace,
Mills.
6.
You can't win everything.
I still want to car me today.
Yes, you did.
You did win a Carmen. Brian, 5.
I'm exiting the conversation right now.
Greg, 5. So Greg and Brian, you need to go opposite of Mace.
Okay.
But Mace, you go first. Here it is. Byron Scott. Did Byron Scott ever make an all-star team, Mace?
I am going to say no.
All right, so Brian and Greg, you automatically
Yep,
go
we're
yes?
going yes.
Steve Mason is the winner.
Yes!
The answer is no. Mace, not bad. 7 out of 10 in that game.
So right now, Mason has the lead for the month, and actually, no, tomorrow is the first day of being worth 2.
Okay, but I've got the lead right now.
And Michael has the game for tomorrow.
All right, so
His game is going to be about Doug Mann tomorrow.
Oh,
in
that's
honor
nice.
Of, the late, great
that's
Doug Mann.
nice.
All
Yeah,
right, let's
that's
do the
very nice.
tiebreaker just for fun.
Okay.
If you combine the total number of all-star appearances from LeBron, Kobe, Kareem, Shaq, and Magic. By the way, Magic coming up with Sedano and Cap at 5 o'clock today.
That's a masterclass on how you work that
really
in.
was.
It
Good.
LeBron, Kobe, Kareem, Shaq, and Magic. What total number do you get, Mace?
You get 61.
Morales.
70.
Greg.
65.
Brian.
58.
The winner.
Hold on, no, wait.
Oh,
Morales
Morales.
here.
I didn't know you were there. George,
It's LeBron, Kobe, and Magic?
no, 5 of them. LeBron, Kobe, Kareem,
Oh.
Shaq, and Magic. Total.
It's probably
a lot.
more. It's probably more than 65.
We probably went
Yeah.
low. We went too
Hold
low.
on, 6. I'm going to say 72.
The winner is George Sedano. The
Yes.
correct answer is 84.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
low.
Yeah, I
Went
thought
too
we
low.
all went low on that.
Yeah, you thought that,
Yeah.
huh? You
All
thought
right,
that?
so Brian, I'm anxious to hear what Sedano thinks about the greatest night in pop. So hit the super stage.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Kind of did that JB Long style.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
By the way, Mace, you
JB
ready?
Long hates Cappy.
Mace, you
I
ready? We're
believe
going
it.
till 4:12 straight through. We're going to break the record right now. 4:12
Hour
p.m.
and 12 minutes.
No, we're not. We're not.
Well,
Yesterday
Chris,
was our
you don't
best
get
half.
to do that because you're the one who wrecked it.
I did
You
wreck
went
it.
all corporate
Yeah,
Chris
I
and
wanted
wrecked
to
it.
talk to
No,
Martin
I didn't.
Jarman.
We had a guest.
I wanted
I
to
don't
talk
care.
to
You
Martin
wrecked
Jarman.
it.
Well, I did ask him the questions you wanted, by the way.
I can't go against
Were
Sedano.
you happy with his answers or did he duck
So
it?
I did it a little playful with Pete Carroll. I said, because he mentioned there were 11 candidates, and I said, does any of them rhyme with Keat Parrell?
Nice.
And then he started laughing. So he didn't deny it.
But didn't confirm it.
Did not confirm or deny.
Yeah.
He just laughed and said there were many great candidates.
Right.
And then Cappy asked him about the Chip Kelly thing, and he actually said he didn't deny that either. He just said everyone makes a big deal about how much or how little you talk. At the end of the day, we were aligned until we weren't aligned, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Sedano's my agent. He texted me, if we don't get to Martin Jarman on time, you're not winning that man or Carmi.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
Did you hear he won the Carmi?
I heard.
Did you see the screenshot of
And
the
Mason left the
I
conversation.
never go on any of Carmi's
Okay.
things.
See, I'm the only
He
one
wasn't
here that
nominated.
went.
You were
But
nominated.
So what? I'm the only guy
Yeah, but
here that went.
I never go on those.
More
I've been on one.
More
Like,
importantly, Sedano, you
Yeah.
watched the greatest
I
night
did.
in
Let's
pop.
hit the song.
Yeah, hit the song.
we are the children.
So if you haven't watched The Greatest Night in Pop on Netflix, it's great.
It is great.
It's about the night in 1984 where they got everybody to 84, 85. I can't remember.
Are you saying the song's not good?
No, the song's great. I thought
they
the
got
movie
all the
was
great
above
stars
average.
in music to show up at one studio in downtown LA. And Morales and I feel that Mason in that documentary is Waylon Jennings. Waylon Jennings showed up, and when they told him he didn't have a solo, he said, "I'm out of here," and he left.
Well, John, you're actually giving Waylon credit. There was a little other wrinkle to it.
Wait. So here's the deal. This is the reason why Mason is not Waylon Jennings.
Okay.
So if you watch the movie, and I thought the movie had good parts, and I thought the movie got a little slow, at certain points in the middle, but I thought the last 30 minutes was excellent.
Right.
But there's no way you're Waylon Jennings, because the detail I think you're referring to
The racial detail.
is that
Yes.
Stevie Wonder wanted to sing a line in
Swahili
Swahili.
in there, yeah.
And Waylon Jennings said, no good old boy going to be singing in Swahili,
Yes.
which there is zero chance
Well,
Steve
very
Mason
good point.
That is true.
would ever do that.
So, Sedano,
We
who
left
do
that
you
out.
think is Mason in the doc?
So I watched.
Lionel.
So no, definitely not.
Quince.
No,
I
definitely
call
not.
him Quince.
Quince.
How about
Yeah.
Michael?
So no,
Michael.
definitely not either.
Come on,
So
man.
What?
He
John
doesn't have a pet snake.
John, I watched this thing last night, literally with the intentions of who is going to be Mason. Okay, that was my entire goal watching this thing last night. Honestly, I think Morales is more Quincy because he puts all the stuff together.
Morales is Al Jarreau.
Well, that is true.
Oh,
No.
yeah, no, Morales
So
is
there's-
Al Jarreau.
no, there's
Drunk on the job.
Because I'm hammered.
Three options. There's three options for you. I'll let you guys decide.
Okay.
One of the options was Al Jarreau because you, at the crime of the century, or the trial of the century, got absolutely
That is
wasted
true.
on
That's a fair
martinis.
point.
It's true.
Okay,
That's a fair point.
so Al Jarreau immediately popped out to me as
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
Then the other one was Smokey Robinson. Okay, because you remember when they couldn't get one specific line that Michael wrote, and people were like, I don't know if does that make sense, this, that, and the other, and I could see you like Smokey. Smokey was stewing, and then eventually just said, Michael, does that even make sense? Like, why are we doing that line?
Okay,
that is more you.
That's okay.
Like
I see
lashing
that.
out at Michael.
But Smokey didn't have a solo.
No, Smokey didn't have a solo.
Right, you'd be stewing and eventually just lashing out because you'd be tired of being there.
Have you not watched this, Cap?
Yeah, of course I
Because you
watch
look
it.
lost.
No, I'm totally into it. I
so-
don't know about this analysis so far.
Okay, can I finish
Yeah,
my
go ahead.
analysis?
Go ahead.
And you
Go
can
ahead.
dissect it
Go
however you
ahead.
want.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm the one that just saw it. So,
Can I talk? It's my show.
yes. So Al Jarreau, because of your drunkenness at that one event.
Yep.
Smokey, because I could see you getting fed up.
Yep.
And trying to be polite, but then eventually just saying the hell with it.
Oh, Arbogast is calling. I'm not going to pick it up.
Boy.
And then
What's $50?
And this one I think you'll like. This is the one I think you'll like.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan. Because
Oh, come on.
wait.
Come on.
Because Dylan was super awkward in the setting.
He was super. He had
And
a really hard time.
You are great in this setting, but
Yeah.
in public, there's been a lot of chatter that you're not.
I do okay in public.
I mean, Morales used to complain that at Dodger games you wouldn't even talk to him
Well,
and Greg
I'm
during
not
games.
big on talking to Morales.
Like you're like
generally.
awkward in public, and
Wait a minute, I'm not awkward in public.
Dylan
What
was
are you
awkward.
talking
Wait, this is all
about?
Sedano. We didn't write this.
I'm not awkward in public.
That's what they
Well,
say.
you don't
We do
stay,
shows
you don't
all the
stay
time.
at things long enough to be awkward.
Well,
you
wait
just
a minute,
walk
but
out.
we do a remote at Ralph's, or we go over to the Knicks-O. I'm
Bergman.
totally not awkward.
I mean, when you have to, in the middle of the show, you're fine. It's the after the show stuff.
Well, after the show, I'm done.
You're gone, but that's
Correct.
the whole thing.
That's the whole
Dylan.
point.
Dylan
The
was
show
like
ends and you
awkward
leave.
in
Yeah.
the event.
Until he hung out with Stevie for a few minutes.
Right, and then
Yeah,
Stevie
that's
and
right.
him warmed up
That's
on the piano. That's like, Cappy's like
Well,
Stevie.
Mace, the other reason you
In
might
what
be
way?
Stevie
You warmed him
from
up.
that
Oh.
doc
Yes.
is that Stevie wouldn't call anybody back.
Right, that's Cappy.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that is
well,
true.
that's Mason too. Mason never calls anybody.
Yeah, I
you,
never-
and,
I never
and you would
return
want to
calls.
sing in Swahili.
Well, no, the thing about the Swahili was, and I can't remember the name of one of the other producers who had to explain to Stevie.
That's not even. They
It's
don't,
not
they don't
even the
speak
language
Swahili.
with
It
it.
doesn't
Ethiopia,
make sense.
yes.
It doesn't make any sense,
So,
bro.
so of those three, John.
I think it was Smokey that actually said it.
No, it was who was the? He was a white guy producer.
Oh, the guy who was kind of the brains
Oh,
behind
yeah,
it.
Yeah, Lionel's agent.
Whatever
Ken
that guy's name
Kragen.
is. Ken
Yeah,
Kragen.
Ken
there you
No,
go.
it wasn't even him.
So-
No,
so
it wasn't him.
All right, just move on,
So those
Cappy.
are the three, and
details.
I feel like that.
Cappy,
those
Cindy
are your
Lauper.
three.
Those are the three.
That encapsulate how you have behaved.
Okay, so Ireland, if you had to choose amongst those three, what would you choose?
I still think you're Waylon Jennings because he specifically stormed out when he
I would
didn't get his
happily
way.
sing Swahili. I would
Yeah.
happily sing it.
I don't think the Swahili thing was ever happening.
We didn't mean that part. We meant just the storming
No,
out.
but that part is a big part.
It is a big part. That is why he stormed out.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't
Yeah.
say Mason would do that. He's not wailing
But he
Jennings.
left because things were getting later into the night. Things
No, he
weren't.
specifically left
No,
when they
he
started
said
saying
he
Swahili.
literally
did an Irish
said
goodbye.
Swahili.
I didn't hear him say good old boys.
They
doesn't say
said
Swahili.
that.
That's what they said.
I don't
Literally
remember that.
said it.
I don't remember that.
They
Yeah.
said it in the doc.
I thought you were
Cap,
going to say
did you even see this?
Yeah, I did, but,
No, you
it's been
didn't.
like 4 weeks. I mean, I saw it the first weekend it
I've
came
watched
out.
it 3 times.
You've
Oh,
watched
really?
more Reacher than you have this thing.
Well, but now you guys got me into this Dark Knight thing.
Oh, yeah.
Night
True
Country.
Detective?
Night Country.
Dark
Yeah.
Knight is a different thing.
Where
That's
are you
Batman.
in True Detective
I just
right
got
now?
done with episode 3.
Oh, my God.
Oh, is that the Alaska thing that you said the other day on the air?
Oh,
yeah,
so good.
I didn't say it. George said it.
No, he didn't.
By the way, Shadano, episode 6, perfect.
You liked it?
I
was
loved
surprised
it.
at the ending.
But there's only
I
6,
was
right?
Too. I was 2. Yeah,
6
there's only
of them,
6
right.
episodes.
So I'm 3 in now.
I was surprised at the ending.
Yeah, the
you're
Dark
gonna love
Knight.
it.
Say what you said.
What did I say? I didn't say anything. Sedano
Night
said
Country.
No, you
It's
thought
Night
George
Country.
said something, and
I
then
said in Alaska, and he thought I said anal Alaska.
and he said that on the air several times.
Yes.
I know the way he said it, ain't Alaska, and I was like, "Did you say anal?"
No, I said in Alaska.
No,
In
you said
Alaska.
ain't Alaska.
In Alaska.
And I
In
just the way I
Alaska.
heard it, the way I heard it was
God,
weird. It was very weird.
Cappy, who would you want to be? Stevie, Michael?
Oh, you know I want to be Michael.
Yeah, but you're not Michael.
You're
Well,
not.
I feel like
not
you're more
Michael.
Stevie.
You know who I'm more? I think you know who I really think I am.
Springsteen?
No, because I can sing.
Oh,
You know
wow.
what?
Stop with that.
No.
He was
Springsteen
coming
could
off
not
the Born in
sing.
the USA tour.
He was in
he
Buffalo,
tired.
almost got stranded
Right,
there.
Yeah,
His voice was fried.
Yeah, but he was really not a
Don't
good
pick
singer.
on Springsteen.
Yes. See, I think I'm more
Because
Huey
you don't
Lewis.
really have the confidence to be there, but you're going to fake it?
Well, it's kind of like I don't really belong amongst all this talent.
Correct.
You know what I mean? But yet,
Right,
kind of like when you arrived here?
Right, but they
like
needed me.
He's
They
the,
needed me.
we did
he's,
need you.
he's the San Diego guy, and they let him into L.A.
Right.
And it's the same way Huey Lewis got a solo.
Right.
So who was the LZ of the of that? Who didn't? There's anyone that didn't like Louis?
You know, no. I'll tell you who
Huey
LZ
Lewis?
was. You want to know who LZ
Yeah.
was?
Who?
LZ was Sheila E. Okay, because LZ decided he wants out too. You guys are only using me to get to Prince, and
Yeah,
then,
that's
and then all of
true.
a sudden Sheila E.
I
bounces.
felt bad for Sheila.
You did?
Yeah, she got used. She was being used by those folks.
She walked in the room and didn't think that.
And she
you know,
called
and she
Prince
thought-
at 3 in the morning.
She
She's
thought
not
she was
supposed to be Prince bait.
Yeah.
That was not the idea.
Yeah.
Lure Prince to the...
Nobody thought Sheila E. should be sitting next to Kenny Rogers and Paul
Can
Simon.
I be honest?
That's who you should be.
She
You should
had
be Kenny
a
Rogers.
she had a top 10 record at that moment.
She did. She had just
She
performed
had,
at the
she
American
had
Music
Glamorous
Awards that
Life.
night.
She just performed
and
at the...
somebody commented that she was not just a percussionist; she actually was a good vocalist
She
as
was.
well.
I'm not saying she wasn't amazing, but in that group,
Yeah, I mean, her and honestly, I guess Cyndi Lauper was also super popular at that time, but Cyndi Lauper probably in retrospect.
She won
You know
all the
one
awards
thing?
that night for Girls Just
Yeah.
Want to
But
Have Fun.
they never finished this part though, which was when Cyndi Lauper's boyfriend told her, "Don't do it because
Yeah.
it's going to be a mess."
Right, Lionel just says you got to be there.
Why didn't no? Yeah, there was never like a closure to that. Like, what made
she
you
never
decide to
mentioned.
come? You know?
Yeah. So
You think about
John,
that. Contemplate
I
that a
don't know.
little
Those
bit.
three stuck out to me because those are all Mason traits.
I like the Al Jarreau.
I'm Al
By the way,
Jarreau.
Morales is out
No,
there.
no, Morales is Kenny Rogers. The
No,
beard.
You've called me Quincy Jones, Kenny Rogers, and
I
Al
called you
Jarreau.
Quincy Jones
Yeah.
because you put the thing together.
Yeah, there
Kenny
you
You
go.
put this
Rogers is
together.
good though. Kenny Rogers
He
is
puts
good.
the madness together.
Morales is like a low-end Quincy Jones.
Well, you're a low end.
Al Jarreau.
Low-end Al Jarreau.
Ireland is Michael.
Ireland is Michael. No, that is a good one. I actually think Ireland is Michael.
I think I'm Huey.
See, I'm
because
more Lionel,
Huey
only because-
just showed up and they said,
No,
because
that's
I'm
Captain.
really lucky.
You're
And
not
Huey,
lucky, John. You're talented.
Well, Huey walked in and he had no role, and they just said,
Yeah, who was it that
Prince isn't coming. You can
Yes,
have his
okay,
solo.
right.
That'd be something that would
Right.
happen to me.
See, I went more Lionel because as Quincy puts it together, Lionel also puts it together. And basically every event we've had at this station the last 3 years is something that's spawned off on our show.
Oh, okay, come on.
It's true.
Like what?
The Mandy's, the softball, the pickleball,
They started on your show?
we all concoctions of our show.
I don't know.
You didn't know about this?
The Mandy's were from...
I mean, frankly, I was pushing Tommy in 2018 that we needed the morning show award, so that technically does count.
Get out of here. All those things started with me and Cap talking about
Yeah,
it.
The
yeah,
award
they
show
did.
did not. It started in
Everyone
2018.
Absolutely.
No, pickleball too.
The award show started in 2018.
Softball
Well, you didn't
too.
execute it.
No, because Tommy said
Until
no.
we talked about it.
Softball.
No.
That's ours.
You guys
And
weren't even
even
a show.
the tweet of the name came
Oh,
in
hey,
during
by
our
the way,
show.
Sedano and Cap.
Yeah.
We're trying to get Janessa to set up a first-round match at the pickleball tournament. Lisa and I against Lindsay and Mace. Who would win?
Oh, first of all,
I mean, come on.
It's
it's
a walkover. I'm trying to
Let me
explain
tell
to
you, though.
Ireland we're a crash and burn.
I haven't played pickleball in 3 years.
But wait, I want to tell you something, Mace. You know that Lindsay thinks that you're the weak link of your
I
team.
am the weak link of our team.
I didn't know that.
There's no question.
Because I'm like, yeah, because
face.
Lindsay's like, dude, I can't believe I'm on Mace's team. He sucks so bad.
Yeah, I am not good.
Right,
Here's
I know,
the thing.
but
just lay out the
You
rules.
did okay, I thought, last year.
But wait, is Lindsay good?
I understand, but we were hitting it at you on purpose, and you did okay.
I said, I'm not very good, and Mason said that he's terrible, so I don't know how this is going to go.
How did he do last year? I don't think he did terrible.
No, it's just that he ran out of gas.
I did run out of gas.
But I don't think you were bad.
We know how it turned out the first time you guys were on the same team. So.
That's why our team nickname is Frenemies. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because we did hit it at you. We were not hitting it at your brother after a while.
My brother was really good.
Yeah.
My brother's playing this year with my nephew.
Yeah.
They're playing as a real team. I think they might have a chance to win.
He's okay, your brother. He's not that good.
Yeah, by the way, you're no longer allowed on the show
He plays
anymore.
every day.
He's not that good.
You didn't start the
day.
You didn't start the Mandy's.
He's only
We started the Mandy's,
No,
the
you did
All-Star
start the
game,
Mandy's.
and the pickleball.
And don't forget about the pickleball.
I didn't say the other
Can I
two, but
just
the
say-
Mandy's were 2018.
We invented radio.
Well, that
You guys did.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Radio
No,
itself.
You guys
we
and
invented.
Marconi were the first ones there.
Marconi said, "You got any ideas?" And we
Mason
said,
and
"How
Ireland.
about radio?"
Yeah.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Did you guys already do your Secret Santa thing? Is that what happened here earlier today?
Yeah,
Is that
we
because
did
you're
our-
not sticking around?
Yeah,
I didn't participate.
The Lakers
I'm
are
good.
playing. I got to go home, get stoned, and watch the Lakers play.
So
Oh,
hold
that
on.
explains the coverage tomorrow. No, sorry.
Yeah.
So wait a second. So you gave
Now I'm welcome back
somebody
because I took
a
that
gift?
shot.
I
Right?
gave
Maybe.
Nick Riley a Texas Rangers World
That's very
Series
nice. He's
from
champion
Texas.
coffee mug.
He's
Okay,
a
very
Rangers
sweet.
fan.
Very
Yeah.
sweet. And he gave you a book?
No, this is what Janessa got me. She gave me this book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Blank.
I've read that book.
Is it worth reading?
Yeah, I've read it.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't
Well,
read
I
it,
mean, Ireland does that. You need any help because he thinks you're Waylon Jennings.
You clearly don't give
No, I don't
a
give
blank.
two. I don't
Right.
give one or two.
one or two.
No,
yeah.
I've read that book.
Yeah.
It's a
Do
bestseller.
you though? Because you're always saying you kind of get sucked into a lot of stuff.
You do. Like
do.
some guy in India, and all of a sudden you're
Right.
like
Like visceral fat.
self-critical.
Right. But that book's all right. I give it a read.
Okay.
If I were you, get high and read it.
Okay.
Before Cappy makes his prize picks today, Ireland, who's not playing today?
A lot of people.
Oh.
No LeBron, no Christian Wood, no Jared Vanderbilt, no Gabe Vincent. Cam Reddish is questionable. Max Christie is questionable. For Golden State, there is no Chris Paul, no Gary Payton. So a lot of people are out tonight.
Chris Paul.
Yeah. Gary Payton, though, has played very well for them lately.
Forget
Chris
Chris
Paul
even plays for
practiced
them.
yesterday.
Yeah.
So he's got his cast off.
All right. We're not going to break any records today. We're back tomorrow
Why
at
are
1.
you leaving? Why are you leaving?
We're
right
back
now?
tomorrow
Aren't you
at
going
1.
to so you're not going to the Christmas
I'm not.
That's
thing?
so
I'm not going to
rude.
the
The
it's
holiday
not
party?
So
What
rude.
do you, let me ask you a question. What's
Wait,
more
who
rude?
has a Christmas party in February?
That is a great point.
All right,
I
but
don't
who's
understand
more
why
rude?
that's
You're
I'm
right.
not in the holiday spirit anymore.
I have a question, though. Who's more rude? All right, this gets back to Waylon Jennings versus Al
Okay.
Jarreau. Who's more rude? The
Maybe
guy.
if you made less money, Mace, we could afford a Christmas party in December.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Now am I
again,
welcome back to this?
No, that's mean.
No, you
That's-
liked that one. You
yeah.
smiled.
No.
Look at you. You're that Cuban
You know,
smile's coming out.
Yeah.
You were just the news director in broadcast news, Chris, who says to Jack Nicholson, maybe if you cut another $1 million or $2 million off your salary, we could keep some of these people."
Listen, even Paul Moyer had to take a haircut at some point.
Yeah, no, they did.
But you're a guy who actually gave a gift and received a gift.
Correct.
But won't stick around for the party.
Correct.
George here, and I'm getting one of those bracelets, WWJD. What would Jorge do?
Oh,
you know what I'm
okay,
saying?
good. Yeah.
George here is not even participating. Nope.
Oh,
And he
you
could
didn't
actually
even
get
sign
off
up?
the air and go right across the street to Nixo at East Central. He could do that. He's not even participating.
No, I'm actually going home.
More importantly, boys, it's a final.
It is a final.
The
Dodgers 14, Padres 1.
Wow.
There you go.
This is the
Cappy.
beginning of the climb back to the top.
It's the beginning of the Roberts redemption.
Your gutty little Padres.
Not so gutty.
Yeah.
All I know is this: I was watching the first inning of the game. I turned away. It was 8-0, and I turned on the broadcast, and I heard Tim Kirkshin saying something like, "It's 1 out, and here comes Mookie Betts."
Your Kirkshin mock
Guy's a
is
Hall of
terrible.
Famer.
So what? I know, but he's got
What
that
are
kind
you?
of. I'm nothing. Oh, I'm a Hall of Famer in Western Pennsylvania, Jewish Sports Hall of Fame.
Right.
The Western Pennsylvania Jewish
Sports
Hall of Fame.
You're a Hall of
It's a
Famer, I
niche
guess
group.
that's
It's a
true.
niche group of
Yeah,
people.
very niche.
But Kirkshin was like, "Here comes Mookie Betts for his second at bat of the first inning."
That's just terrible.
It's horrible.
Terrible. I want no part of this.
I'm working on it.
He's like the
Not yet,
nicest.
Mace, not
You know,
yet,
he's
not
like
yet.
the
Yeah, no,
nicest
we're
human
back
being.
to
Not yet,
last
Mace, no,
one.
Mace. I got a
Michael
question-
Thompson.
I got a question for John.
Pepe's going to be
I got a
here.
question for
Speedy
John.
Go Fifth Row Fridays.
I got a question for
7:10
John.
ESPN.
Hold on, John's.
Everyone knows Earl Hershiser has won